Chapter 15, Bridging Generations. Sasuke's room was dimly lit, casting soft shadows across the walls. He sat in bed, the voice in his head, contemplating their recent encounter with his parents. The discussion had left a profound impact on him, and Naruto's insights were proving invaluable. "You know, Sasuke," Naruto's voice began, "your parents and their generation have been shaped by wars and experiences vastly different from ours. That's probably why you and Itachi sync better. You're from the same generation with same experiences." Sasuke nodded thoughtfully. "It's true. But I wonder if Itachi understands our parents better than I do because of their shared experiences." Naruto's voice chimed in again. "It might seem like Itachi sees no hope for the older generation, considering they're stubborn and set in their ways. But it's more complex than that. They've had years of certain beliefs ingrained in them. Changing those beliefs isn't going to happen overnight." Sasuke leaned back, rubbing his chin. "So, you're saying we've planted a seed by challenging their views?" "Exactly," Naruto replied. "Give them time to process this new information. Right now, they're questioning everything they've believed in, and that's a start." Sasuke pondered for a moment before adding, "You know, Naruto, you're right. If someone told me Danzo was actually good, I'd question everything I've seen and believed. It's the same for my parents." Naruto's voice grew softer. "Itachi might not see hope for the older generation, but he definitely has faith in you, Sasuke." Sasuke sighed, a mix of exhaustion and contemplation in his breath. "That's a lot to sit on. I need some time to think this over. Let's sleep on it." As he lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, Sasuke felt the weight of their conversation. Bridging the gap between generations was not going to be easy, but it was necessary. Tomorrow was another day, and with it, another step towards changing the future. In the Uchiha dining room, bathed in the warm light of the morning, Sasuke's family sat engulfed in a rare moment of contemplative silence. Fugaku and Mikoto, typically the pillars of certainty and conviction, now displayed expressions of introspection, reflecting the deep impact of Sasuke's words from the previous evening. Fugaku, seeking to bridge the gap in understanding, voiced his thoughts to Sasuke. "You were right about being more welcoming to Naruto. It's a significant change for us. It will take some time to adjust." Naruto's voice, echoing in Sasuke's mind, resonated with a hint of pride. "Your dad is beginning to respect your insights." Sasuke, acknowledging his father's concession, replied with empathy, "Take your time, father. Change isn't always easy." Mikoto, her maternal instincts laced with concern, added, "But what about the rest of the village? Many still view Naruto with fear and distrust. How do we change that?" Sasuke, thoughtful and measured in his response, said, "Guidance is key. Without it, emotions can go astray, leading to hatred instead of understanding. We should strive to guide, not just our children, but our community too." Fugaku's expression turned to one of apprehension. "Are you suggesting Naruto could be a threat if not guided properly?" "No, father," Sasuke clarified. "I mean that any of us, myself included, could be led astray without proper guidance and support. Naruto has the potential to be a great hero or even a future Hokage." As Sasuke stood up, preparing to leave for school, he added, "Let's focus on creating a brighter future rather than dwelling on the fears of the past. We have a chance to shape a better world for the next generation." Throughout the conversation, Itachi had remained quiet, observing the exchange without a word. His silence wasn't of disinterest but of thoughtful consideration, absorbing every word and sentiment shared in the room. Leaving his family to ponder on these new perspectives, Sasuke stepped out into the new day, a sense of hope kindling within him. The seeds of change had been planted, and with patience and care, they would hopefully flourish. As Sasuke made his way through the quiet streets of Konoha towards the academy, his mind was occupied with the conversation he had with his parents. Naruto's voice, always present in his head, offered a steady stream of commentary. Sasuke, with a hint of annoyance in his voice, said, "Is this going to happen every morning?" "It's exhausting." Naruto chuckled before replying, "You planted a seed, Sasuke. And yes, that seed is going to grow. Expect a lot of questions, maybe even some debates over breakfast. You're changing their views, but it's not going to happen overnight. Sasuke sighed, feeling the weight of the task he had taken upon himself. I know, but this isn't really my thing. I'm more of the moody loners type, remember? Naruto's laughter echoed in his mind, teasingly. Oh, come on, Mr. Moody Loner. Think of it as a new type of training. You're shaping minds now, not just throwing shurikens. Sasuke couldn't help but roll his eyes, even though Naruto couldn't see him. Shut up, Naruto, he muttered, a small smile tugging at his lips despite his attempt to stay serious. As he continued walking, Sasuke realized that this was just another aspect of his journey. Changing mindsets was as crucial as any physical battle he might face. It was all part of his mission to create a better future, and with Naruto's relentless encouragement and occasional teasing, he felt ready to face it head-on. Sasuke entered the classroom, a place that was becoming more than just a learning space for him. His eyes quickly found the younger Naruto, sitting alone at his desk, his usual boisterous energy dimmed. Sasuke approached him, aware of the importance of checking in after the previous night's events. How are you doing today, Naruto? He asked, genuinely concerned. Naruto attempted a cheerful grin, great. But his smile faltered, and he added more quietly, actually. I'm very hurt about what happened. Sasuke was taken aback. In their younger days, he and Naruto had never been great at connecting emotionally. They were rivals, always trying to outdo each other. The Naruto inside his head chimed in to explain, Sasuke, listen. Unlike our equal terms relationship, the younger Naruto sees you more like a mentor. He's open with his emotions and looks to you for guidance. Sasuke, feeling a mix of annoyance and responsibility, realized he needed to step up. Listen, Naruto, they're wrong about you. You trust me, right? Have I steered you wrong so far? Younger Naruto looked up, his eyes reflecting his trust. Yes, you've been right. Sasuke nodded, you're amazing, Naruto. Your learning style is different, but that's okay. I'll stay by your side. Younger Naruto's eyes lit up with renewed belief. Sasuke, feeling a rare surge of empathy, decided to push Naruto's ambition further. What's your goal right now? To become a ninja, Naruto said with a hint of uncertainty. Sasuke leaned in, a mischievous glint in his eye. I've got a better goal for you. Become the best ninja in this class. Naruto's face lit up, and he yelled out with all his might, I'll become the best ninja in this class. The sudden outburst startled everyone, turning heads across the room. The classroom erupted into a mixture of laughter and chatter. Sasuke, standing amidst the commotion, couldn't help but crack a smile. He was changing lives, one small step at a time. Chapter 16. As Sasuke and the young Naruto approached the Uchiha household, there was a palpable sense of trepidation in the air. Naruto hesitated at the entrance, his previous encounter with Sasuke's parents still fresh in his mind. However, this time, Fugaku and Mikoto greeted them with a warmth that was notably absent before. Naruto, we're sorry for the other day, Mikoto said, her voice sincere, as they stepped into the living room. Naruto, still slightly wary, peeked from behind Sasuke before cautiously entering. It's okay, I guess, he mumbled, a nervous smile on his face. Fugaku, attempting to lighten the mood, asked, So, Naruto, do you like ramen? Naruto's eyes lit up instantly. I love ramen. It's the best thing ever. His enthusiasm seemed to infect the room, and even Mikoto chuckled softly. As they all settled in, the conversation flowed more easily. Mikoto brought out some snacks, and Naruto eagerly dug in, his earlier apprehension forgotten. Sasuke watched, a small smile playing on his lips, glad to see Naruto warming up to his family. Itachi, who had been observing quietly from the corner, gave a small nod of approval, though he kept his expression neutral. It was a silent acknowledgement of the positive changes taking place. Just as the atmosphere began to feel genuinely relaxed, an abrupt and jarring sound shattered the peace. The alarm bells rang out through the compound, and a distant shout echoed, "We are under attack." Instantly, the room erupted into chaos. Fugaku stood up swiftly, his face set into a mask of determination. "Stay here," he commanded as he headed towards the door. Sasuke, with a sense of urgency, turned to Naruto. "Stay with my mother and Itachi, Naruto. I need to see what's happening." As Sasuke rushed out, following his father, the sense of danger and uncertainty hung heavily in the air. The calm evening had turned into a night of potential crisis, and Sasuke knew he had to be ready for whatever lay ahead. Sasuke, driven by a sense of urgency, made a move to follow his father into the night. However, Itachi's hand on his shoulder stopped him in his tracks. "I can't let you go," Itachi said firmly, his eyes reflecting a storm of emotions. Sasuke turned to face him, a question forming on his lips, but Itachi continued, "I can't let you go without me." There was a resolve in his voice that Sasuke had learned to respect and trust. Together, Sasuke and Itachi stepped outside, only to be met with a scene of chaos and horror. The ground was stained with the blood of Uchiha clan members, their lifeless bodies a grim testament to the violence that had erupted. Sasuke's heart raced as he turned to Itachi, speaking to the voice in his head, "This isn't Itachi's doing. Is the Uchiha massacre still happening? Just later, and not by Itachi?" Itachi, scanning the area, replied, "Which way did father go?" Amidst the turmoil, some Uchihas were passing around orders. "Order from the chief, Fugaku. All able Uchihas to the east gate," one of them shouted as he ran past. Sasuke's expression hardened. "The idiot," he muttered under his breath. "He's blindly sending all of our clan into a massacre at the front line." Looking at Itachi, he said decisively, "We're heading to the front line at the east gate. We can't let this happen." Itachi nodded, his face set with determination. As they moved swiftly towards the east gate, Sasuke's mind raced with strategies and plans. This was not the night he had envisioned, but he was prepared to do whatever it took to protect his clan and prevent a tragedy. The night of crisis had descended upon them, and the Uchiha brothers were ready to face it together. On the way to the front line, Fugaku's voice rang out with authority, "Send our strongest to the front to deal with this masked intruder. Let's show them the might of the Uchiha clan." However, before the order could be carried out, Sasuke's voice cut through the chaos. "Delay that order," he shouted, emerging from the shadows with Itachi by his side. Fugaku's face contorted with anger as he turned to face his son. "How dare you defy my orders? I am the clan chief." Sasuke, undeterred, responded urgently, "Father, there's no time for pride. You must trust me. The order should be to retreat. We'll cover the retreat and protect the children, but we must not engage fully." Fugaku, visibly taken aback, replied, "Retreat? You suggest the Uchiha clan retreat?" Sasuke met his father's gaze squarely. "Look, father, rushing in blindly with no information is suicide. Can you trust me on this?" "You lack experience, Sasuke," Fugaku retorted. "I have been through more wars, seen more horrors than you can imagine." Sasuke countered, "And what has your experience taught you about situations like this?" There was a moment of silence as Fugaku's eyes betrayed his internal struggle. He knew Sasuke was right. With a heavy heart, he finally gave the order, "Retreat. We will protect our own and regroup. We can reclaim our property once we've strategized and have the full might of the Hidden Leaf Village behind us." As the Uchiha began to organize the retreat, Sasuke felt a mix of relief and tension. He had managed to change his father's mind, but the night was far from over. They had averted immediate disaster, but the threat was still out there, lurking in the shadows. The Uchiha clan would live to fight another day, and Sasuke knew that the battle for their survival was just beginning. Sasuke looked at his father with a sense of newfound respect. "I'm glad you see reason, father. Now, let's strategize. What information do we have so far?" Fugaku, his expression grim, replied, "The intruder is masked, wielding a single Sharingan." Sasuke's mind raced. Tobi? If it's truly him, then no other Uchiha, except those with a Mangekyo Sharingan, will stand a chance. Fugaku's tone turned grave. Several of our strongest are still on the front line, unaware of the retreat order. Sasuke quickly asked, "Who among us is the strongest?" Fugaku answered with a hint of reluctance, "I am. I possess the Mangekyo Sharingan." Sasuke turned to Itachi and then back to his father. "Itachi and I will join you. We'll cover the retreat and ensure every Uchiha, especially the children, are safe." Fugaku's disagreement was not born of pride this time, but out of concern for his sons. "I can handle this alone." "Sasuke, Itachi, you two should retreat." Sasuke firmly shook his head. "We're not going anywhere, father. We're in this together." With resolve, Fugaku, Sasuke, and Itachi moved towards the front line, encountering the masked man. Fugaku took command, barking orders for a retreat, focusing on protecting the children and aiding the escape of their clan members. The confrontation was imminent, and the Uchiha brothers stood ready to face the threat together. The safety of their clan was their utmost priority, and they were prepared to defend it with all their might. The night was still young, and its outcome uncertain, but the Uchiha were united, and that made all the difference. The air was heavy with the scent of battle as Sasuke, Fugaku, and Itachi reached the front line, their eyes taking in the grim scene before them. Fallen Uchiha members lay scattered across the battleground, a sight that ignited a fierce anger in Fugaku. "How dare you attack our clan?" Fugaku roared, his eyes blazing with fury as he faced the masked intruder, Tobi. "No one can withstand Amaterasu flames," Fugaku gasped in disbelief. Sasuke, focused and analytical, warned, "Don't let him get too close. His ability is called Kamui. It allows him to pass through objects and even teleport us to another dimension." Fugaku glanced at Sasuke, surprised by his knowledge, but realizing it wasn't the time for questions. Tobi made his move, lunging towards Fugaku with the intention of using Kamui. Sasuke, anticipating the attack, shouted, "Father, jump away. He needs to be close to teleport you." Fugaku evaded just in time, but Tobi, undeterred, reappeared behind him, attempting to impale him with a steel rod. Sasuke reacted instantly, releasing his own Amaterasu at Tobi, forcing him to retreat momentarily. In the heat of battle, Itachi stepped forward, his Sharingan ablaze with determination. He launched a series of shurikens, each one precisely aimed, but Tobi's Kamui made him an elusive target. Itachi, however, was not deterred. He quickly adapted, using his Sharingan to predict Tobi's movements, creating openings for Sasuke and Fugaku to attack. Fugaku, now aware of the danger they faced, joined forces with his sons. The sight of Sasuke wielding the Mangekyo Sharingan surprised him, but there was a sense of pride in his eyes. Together, they coordinated their attacks, Sasuke and Itachi providing cover as Fugaku prepared a powerful fire release technique. Tobi effortlessly phased through the attack, deftly maneuvering himself to deliver a powerful blow with his metal rod onto Fugaku. The hit sent Fugaku crashing against the wall with a thunderous impact. In the chaos of the moment, Fugaku noticed an explosive tag that Tobi had slightly attached to his left arm during the assault. Reacting swiftly, Fugaku activated his Susanoo, hoping to shield himself from the impending explosion. The Susanoo flared to life, enveloping him in its protective embrace just as the tag detonated. The explosion, muffled by the Susanoo, still jolted Fugaku with a significant force. The shockwave reverberated through the Susanoo, leaving Fugaku injured but still conscious and in the fight. The battle raged on, with the Uchiha demonstrating their formidable prowess. Tobi, realizing he was up against not just one, but two Mangekyo Sharingan users who were aware of his abilities, decided to retreat. His form flickered and vanished into the night, leaving behind a heavy silence. Fugaku stood, injured but alive, supported by his sons. The intensity of the battle had brought them closer, a united front against a mysterious and powerful foe. Sasuke looked at his father and brother, a sense of mutual respect forming between them. They had faced a formidable enemy together and had emerged stronger. As they helped Fugaku back to safety, Sasuke knew this was just the beginning. The night had revealed the depth of the threat they faced, but it had also shown the strength of the Uchiha clan when united. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: they were ready to face it together. As the dust settled on the battlefield, Sasuke knelt beside his father, who lay unconscious from his injuries. The harsh reality of the night's events weighed heavily on Sasuke. Fugaku, though alive, was incapacitated, and the Uchiha clan's numbers had dwindled significantly. Guilt and frustration surged within Sasuke as he replayed the night's events in his mind. "I should have seen this coming," he muttered to himself, his fists clenched in self-reproach. "I could have targeted Tobi earlier, prevented all of this." In the midst of his self-blame, Naruto's voice resonated in his head, a beacon of reason in the turmoil. "Don't blame yourself, Sasuke. This may not be the best outcome, but it's a better one than it could have been. We didn't see this coming, and that's okay." Sasuke sighed, feeling the weight of Naruto's words. It was true, they had managed to avert a complete massacre, but the cost was still high. Naruto continued, "More importantly, we need to figure out how to explain our powers to the Hokage. We've been trying to stay hidden, but after tonight, that might not be possible anymore." Sasuke nodded to himself, his mind already racing with possibilities and strategies. "You're right, Naruto. We need to be smart about this. The Hokage will have questions, and we need to have answers." As he stood up, gazing at the fallen warriors of his clan, a renewed sense of determination filled him. This was far from over. The enemy was still out there, and now more than ever, Sasuke knew he had to be vigilant. He turned to Itachi, who had been silently observing their surroundings. "Itachi, let's get father to safety and then figure out our next move. We have a lot to discuss." The night of crisis had ended, but the path ahead was fraught with uncertainty and danger. Sasuke, with Naruto's voice guiding him and Itachi by his side, was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The future was uncertain, but they would face it together. Chapter 17: A New Dawn for the Uchiha. In the aftermath of the tumultuous battle, the Uchiha clan found itself in a state of disarray. With Fugaku incapacitated, a void in leadership caused chaos and confusion within the ranks. The absence of a clear second-in-command and an established system for succession led to arguments and power struggles among the clan members. Diverging opinions and personal ambitions clashed, further complicating the situation. Amidst the growing turmoil, some Uchiha members voiced their belief that Itachi should be the next to take command, given his prowess and lineage. However, others, driven by self-interest, attempted to seize control, resulting in physical confrontations and further discord. Sasuke, witnessing the escalating chaos, finally shouted, "Enough. We don't have any information about what's happening, but we will maintain order. I'm not fighting for leadership, but we must have order." One Uchiha, seeking guidance, asked, "What should we do?" Sasuke, with a clear and commanding presence, responded, "We'll analyze the situation later. Right now, our priority is to save as many lives as possible. Treat the wounded, inform the hospital, and alert the Hokage to send medics. That's our plan. Does everyone agree?" There was a moment of silence before a chorus of affirmatives echoed through the crowd. "This is not an order. This is an agreement." Pass the agreement around, Sasuke added firmly. One Uchiha volunteered, "I'll head to the Hokage." Another said, "I'll go to the hospital." Sasuke nodded. "All right, everyone else, help treat the injured with any first aid knowledge you have. Put your emotions aside until the job is done. We might not save everyone, but we'll save as many as we can. Now, move out." As the clan members sprang into action, Itachi watched from the sidelines, a sense of pride and admiration in his eyes. Sasuke, perhaps unknowingly, had just taken control of the Uchiha clan. His decisive actions and unifying words had brought order to chaos, showcasing a natural leadership that even he might not have realized he possessed. The night had been dark and fraught with peril, but it also marked the dawn of a new era for the Uchiha, with Sasuke emerging as a pillar of strength and unity. Sasuke and Itachi, each supporting one of Fugaku's arms, slowly made their way back to their home, carrying their father's injured form between them. Sasuke's mind was a whirlwind of thoughts and strategies, discussing silently with the voice of Naruto in his head. Naruto's voice echoed, "You need more allies now, Sasuke. Itachi is someone you can trust." Sasuke nodded to himself, acknowledging the truth in Naruto's words. As they walked, he turned to Itachi. "Hey, Itachi, I need to make some decisions, but I need more information for that. I want to protect everyone, but I need more resources, allies, and much more." Itachi, his eyes on Fugaku, replied softly, "Ask me anything, Sasuke. I'll protect you, my younger brother." Sasuke's first question was straightforward. "How does one become the leader of the Uchiha clan?" Itachi responded, "There are 3 known ways. The first is for the current leader to pass on the title." Sasuke sighed, "That's not possible with father unconscious." "What's the second way?" "The second way is a majority vote from the Uchiha clan elders," Itachi explained. "That might be possible, but we need to gather the elders for a meeting now. That requires them seeing me as the best choice." "And the third way?" Sasuke pressed. "The third way is by force. To challenge and defeat the current leader in fair combat, witnessed by others." Sasuke muttered, "That's not an option either, with father in this state." He paused, then spoke to Naruto in his head. Taking control by force might be a possibility in the future. To Sasuke's surprise, Itachi interjected, "You might already be seen as the leader of the Uchiha, Sasuke, simply through your ability to reason in crisis. But such control might vanish if someone disagrees with my decisions," Sasuke countered. Itachi looked at Sasuke, his expression serious. "If that's the case, then perhaps you should take temporary control by force. I will support you. This is for the best, for the clan and the village. We can't afford internal strife. You are strong, Sasuke. No one will challenge you easily. But remember, little brother, don't let the power go to your head." Sasuke, taken aback by Itachi's support, nodded in agreement. He understood the gravity of the situation and the responsibility that now rested on his shoulders. The path ahead was fraught with challenges, but with Itachi by his side and Naruto's voice guiding him, Sasuke felt ready to face whatever lay ahead. The future of the Uchiha clan, and perhaps the entire village, was now in their hands. Once inside the house, Sasuke and Itachi carefully laid their father in bed. Mikoto, fraught with worry, immediately approached them. "What happened?" she asked, her voice quivering with concern. "We were attacked," Sasuke replied, his tone calm but firm. "The threat is neutralized for now. Father is alive but injured. A medic is on the way to treat him. Who attacked us?" Mikoto's voice was filled with fear and confusion. "We don't have much information yet, but Itachi and I will be helping the village recover," Sasuke responded, turning to his brother. "Itachi, looks like no sleep for us tonight." Itachi nodded in agreement, his face set in a mask of determination. Their conversation was interrupted by a knock at the front door. A few Uchiha members entered, followed by a medic. "We've done what we can. Everyone who could be saved has been, one of them reported. The medic quickly began attending to Fugaku, assessing his injuries with professional efficiency. Meanwhile, another Uchiha member turned to Sasuke. "What's the next order?" Sasuke was momentarily taken aback by the direct request for orders. Naruto's voice echoed in his head, reminding him that what they sought was guidance, not just orders. Stage 1 was to save as many lives as possible and treat the injured. Now, we move to Stage 2, gather information. I need numbers on the damage, casualties, injuries, and who is still able to help. Also, arrange a meeting with the clan elders. A murmur of agreement rippled through the group. Sasuke's leadership was beginning to take shape, even if he hadn't fully realized it yet. Another Uchiha member spoke up. "The Hokage has been informed. He sent reinforcements and additional medics. He's also increased security around our area and has requested to meet with you in the morning." Sasuke's expression clouded at the mention of the Hokage. He was wary of revealing too much about his newfound powers and abilities. Keeping them hidden was crucial, at least for now. He nodded, acknowledging the information. "Thank you. Let's focus on recovery and information gathering for now. We'll deal with the Hokage's meeting in the morning." As the Uchiha members dispersed to carry out their tasks, Sasuke felt the weight of responsibility settling on his shoulders. The night had changed everything, and the path forward was filled with challenges and uncertainties. But with Itachi by his side and Naruto's guidance in his head, Sasuke felt ready to face whatever lay ahead. In the quiet aftermath of the chaotic night, Sasuke found a moment to converse with Itachi. "Why do you have so much faith in me?" he asked, his voice tinged with both curiosity and doubt. Itachi, looking at Sasuke with a brotherly affection that had always been there but rarely expressed, replied, "I've watched you grow, Sasuke. You've always had a keen mind and a strong sense of justice. I believe you're the key to improving the Uchiha's relationship with the village and ultimately saving us all." Their conversation was abruptly interrupted by an Uchiha member rushing in with an urgent report. "We have the numbers, and I'm afraid the news is not good. We've confirmed that about 50% of the Uchiha clan has been killed, and all of the elders are dead." Sasuke's expression hardened upon hearing the grim statistics. He turned to Itachi. "Our crisis has just escalated. Our numbers have been significantly reduced. Tobi's attack was more targeted and planned than we realized." The weight of the situation seemed to ignite something within Itachi. In response to the dire news, and perhaps driven by a deep-seated need to protect what remained of their clan, Itachi's eyes transformed, awakening his Mangekyo Sharingan. He now stood alongside his father and brother, not just in spirit but in power as well. Sasuke, observing Itachi's newly awakened ability, felt a mix of concern and determination. "Itachi, with your Mangekyo Sharingan, we have a stronger chance of defending our clan. But we must be cautious, such power comes with great risks." Itachi nodded in agreement, his eyes reflecting a newfound resolve. "I understand, Sasuke. Whatever the cost, I'm prepared to do what's necessary for our clan and the village." As they stood together in the aftermath of the tragedy, the Uchiha brothers were united in their purpose. With their combined strength, they were ready to face the challenges ahead, no matter how daunting. The night had brought loss and sorrow, but it had also kindled a new fire within them, a fire that promised change and hope for the future of the Uchiha clan. Sasuke, with a contemplative expression, turned to Itachi. "Before we decide our next step, I need more information. If Father becomes Hokage, it would give us more resources to defend our home. What's stopping him from achieving that position?" Itachi, his eyes reflecting the complexities of village politics, replied, "The decision of who becomes Hokage is determined by a vote within the village council. Father simply doesn't have the votes. Who is on this council?" Sasuke inquired, trying to understand the intricacies of their leadership. The council is comprised of Lord 3rd Hokage Hiruzen and the feudal lord, each holding significant voting power. The feudal lord selects some members, and the Hokage appoints others. Additionally, every village within the Land of Fire has a representative, and each clan leader has a spot on the council, Itachi explained. Sasuke's interest piqued. Does that mean Father has a vote on the council too? Yes, he does. But if you become the leader of the Uchiha clan, that voting right would pass to you, Itachi clarified. Sasuke pondered further. Who has been voting against Father becoming Hokage? Danzo, some of the village elders, and Hiruzen as well, Itachi said. But now, with Danzo and the elders gone, I wonder. Sasuke interjected, would Father have the votes to become Hokage now? Itachi shook his head slightly. The opposition to Father was strong. All of the clan leaders voted against him, but that vote was taken years ago. Given our current situation, it's possible they might reconsider, especially with our clan's numbers so drastically reduced. Sasuke nodded, absorbing the information. There's nothing more we can do tonight. Let's rest and gather our strength. We'll need it for the challenges ahead. As they prepared to rest, the weight of their responsibilities and the complexities of their situation were not lost on them. The path forward was fraught with uncertainty, but with each other's support and their newfound resolve, they were ready to navigate whatever came their way. The night had been long and arduous, but it had also brought clarity and a renewed sense of purpose. The future of the Uchiha clan, and perhaps the entire village, was yet to be written, and the brothers were at the center of this unfolding story. Chapter 18, New Strategies. The morning light filtered softly through the curtains of Sasuke's room, where he and Itachi were gathered for a crucial discussion. Itachi initiated the conversation. What did you want to talk about, Sasuke? Sasuke took a deep breath, organizing his thoughts. I've spent the night thinking, and I want to change our approach regarding the meeting with the Hokage. Itachi's expression was attentive. Go on. Firstly, I'm only an 8-year-old boy, suddenly taking on a lot of responsibilities. This could raise suspicions, Sasuke started. I think you should go to the Hokage in my place. He's already aware of your abilities, but not mine. It's less suspicious that way. Itachi nodded in agreement. That makes sense. Sasuke continued, and there are a few things I'd like you to avoid mentioning to the Hokage. Naruto's voice in Sasuke's head chimed in with approval, reminding Sasuke that he was not alone in this. Sasuke added, I want to remain hidden for a bit longer. I can do more good from the shadows, but I won't be able to hide forever. Eventually, I'll have to reveal myself to protect the village. I trust your judgment, Itachi responded. Next, I want to try to convene a Konoha Council meeting to vote for Father as the next Hokage, Sasuke proposed. Itachi considered this for a moment before replying, Sasuke, calling for a Konoha Council meeting is only permissible during emergencies, and the attack on our clan qualifies. However, a vote for a new Hokage can only be called under specific conditions. Sasuke inquired, conditions? Yes, the current Hokage must either be voted out, step down, or be unable to serve. None of these conditions apply right now. The last time was due to the death of the fourth Hokage, Itachi explained. Sasuke's plan hit a roadblock with this revelation. Okay, forget about the council meeting for now. I need time to think. Please meet with the Hokage and keep me informed. Itachi stood up, his face a mask of concern mixed with admiration. I understand your goal is to see Father as the next Hokage, but be smart about this. I will support your decisions. As Itachi left the room, he turned back and said, I'm off to meet the Hokage. Call me if you need anything. Sasuke watched his brother leave, feeling a mix of gratitude and the heavy burden of responsibility. The future of the Uchiha clan, and perhaps the entire village, rested on the decisions they made. It was a daunting path, but with Itachi's support and Naruto's guidance, Sasuke felt prepared to navigate the challenges ahead. In the solitude of his room, Sasuke's thoughts were a turbulent sea of strategy and contemplation. The voice in his head, Naruto, served as both a counsel and a conscience. With his father still recuperating, Sasuke mused, I need to appoint him as Hokage. Naruto's voice was skeptical, I don't think that's possible. Would they really appoint a Hokage who's too injured to serve? We can keep that detail hidden for now, Sasuke reasoned. But what about the other conditions for holding a vote within the Konoha Council? Naruto pressed. Sasuke replied, we just need to create those conditions. So, vote Hiruzen out? Naruto inquired. No, that's impossible. There's too much support for him, Sasuke dismissed the idea. And he wouldn't step down in favor of father either. Naruto realized the implication. The only remaining condition is unable to serve. Exactly, Sasuke confirmed, his voice cold with determination. Naruto was appalled. Sasuke, you can't be serious. You can't target Hiruzen. Sasuke was resolute. He will be our next target. Naruto, trying to lighten the mood despite the gravity of the situation, joked, isn't it ironic? You stopped your father's coup, and now you're contemplating starting another. It is ironic, Sasuke admitted. But if I'm careful, maybe I can get to Hiruzen without anyone noticing. That's not possible, Sasuke. He's the Hokage. He's watched and guarded all the time. To get to him, you'd essentially have to start a coup against Konoha, Naruto argued. Sasuke contemplated the daunting task ahead. Time is on our side. It might take years, but one day I'll find an opening. Naruto's voice was stern, I can't support this plan. Don't do this. The chapter closed with Sasuke at a crossroads. His intentions to protect and elevate his clan were clear, but the means to achieve them treaded a fine line between heroism and villainy. Would Sasuke become a villain in his quest for power, or an anti-hero fighting for a greater cause? The answer remained shrouded in the complexities of his choices and the uncertain future ahead.